Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss another literary form which is prescribed in your course, and that is novel. The term novel, the literary term novel. The novel is applied, the term novel is applied to a great variety of writing that have common only being the extended form of writing, extended form of prose fiction. So, novel is an extended form of prose fiction, and it is different from story in length or in magnitude. The story is short, the writer sum ups, and the characters are not elaborated. Uh, they they have to finish the story in the limited period of time or limited period of words. But in fiction, but in novel, the plot is extended, the characters are extended, and the motives and the meanings are extended. So we have a very comprehensive view of a thing, of a situation in novel. So that's why that modern writers have chosen to describe, to write in this form. Now, the English novel for the form, the term English novel is derived from the Italian word novella, which means a little new thing. It is a short tale. Novella was a short tale. In 14th century Italy, there was a great vogue. The vogue means a great charm. The people liked it, such kind of novella, such kind of short stories. And the 14th century, there was a writer, Boccaccio. Decameron is available in English translation. So this is a very common, a very famous book. And after that, we have Cervantes' great book. That means that the name of that great book is Don Quixote, which came out in 1605. It is considered the most important work in the way of novel. The Don Quixote is written by Cervantes, is the most notable work. The novel emerged in the present form in England in the early 18th century. Daniel Defoe wrote Robinson Crusoe in 1719 and Moll Flanders in 1722. He is regarded the first person to write novels of incidents. Similarly, Samuel Richardson is considered the first English novelist to write the novel of character. His most favorite novel is Pamela, which came out in 1740. Now, what is the difference between the novel of incident and novel of character? So, there is not much sharp difference, but you should notice that, you should be careful about it, that in the novel of incidents, the focus is upon the character, what he does, and how the story turn out, closes at the end. Whereas on the novel of character, the focus is upon the motive, upon the actions of the protagonist or the hero, and how he came out and how he turns out at the end of the story. So this is a sharp difference between the novel of character, the novel of incident, and novel of character. So the most notable writers are Daniel Defoe and Samuel Richardson. And novels, now in short, we can say novels may have any kind of plot, any kind of narrative, any kind of story can be taken. Either it is tragic, comic, satiric, or romantic. But in final terms, we can define novel in this way, that it is a fictional attempt. Now, what is fictional? It is an imaginary attempt to give the effect of realism by representing complex characters with mixed motives who are rooted in the social class. So the novel is a imaginary fictional narration, and how how the story turns out, closes, how the story reaches to its climax. In the second half of the 19th century, novel has displaced all the literary forms. So it became so popular that it has replaced all literary forms, because most of the writers opted to write in the form of novel. It is used by many supreme craftsmen of modern literature, such as Flaubert, whose full name was Gustav Flaubert, Henry James, the famous novel The Portrait of Artist as a Young Man, and Marcel Proust, James Joyce, and you have in your course Ernest Hemingway, The Old Man and the Sea. He was an American writer, those were French writers. So you see that how the novel became very popular in the 20th century, or also in the 19th or 18th century. But particularly it became very famous, very notable, very liked form of yarn for the modern writers. I hope that when we read, when we go through the Ernest Hemingway, The Old Man and the Sea, I will point out the many aspects of the novel in detail to you. Thank you.